Yeah? So what it looks like now, you can see how he's, it's almost like in like a stiff leg deadlift position, yeah? Hips are nice and high. It's almost not too dissimilar to what I'd do raw. Have a little rest, mate, yeah? All right, you feel okay?
Yeah, no problem.
Cool. Did it feel, what, a little bit uncomfortable to get in position?
Ever so. But again, I'm a newbie.
Yeah,
so I'm going to sort of feel
because he's a newbie, I'd say it's even more important to, you know, you could see that it was, he had to take it wide there. We haven't even mentioned it to him to take it wide. He had to get to the bar. And then he's got his feet in, and you can see he's uncomfortable. So what I would say, if you feel like that, is just take an inch off the straps and see how this feels. Yeah? Just do the same the other side, because obviously I want to teach this in a way that people would feel confident doing it by themselves, yeah? Just take like an inch off it, mate. So it might even feel like to learn that the straps are almost falling off, yeah?
Yeah, it feels a bit...
Yeah, if it feels like loose and you feel like, oh, I'm not getting the benefit here, but what we'll be able to do is play around with the start position a little bit more. So, let's go into position again, Dean. You feel like that's a little bit easier to get down?
Yeah, it's a little bit less constricting.
Yeah, but you're still feeling like it's tight enough to feel like, oh yeah, if I get this right, there must be some benefit for it.
Aye, there's definitely a tension built up anyway.
Right, so what I want you to do this time, I don't want you to lift, I want you to get into your start position and tell me when you're there, when you feel like you...
I'm in my position now.
So already you can see on this one, what he's doing is he's managing to get his hips a little bit lower. The last set, just lift your hips higher a little bit.
Yeah.
You were almost in a stiff leg position because the suit was pushing you there. So have a little rest, just ease off.
Yep.
And let me just explain to you. So what we want to do in the suit is actually, imagine you're wearing a pair of jeans, right? So imagine we're wearing a pair of jeans. Where are your jeans going to be most likely to split? They're going to most likely split if you're in a stiff leg position like this, or are they going to be more likely to split if you squat down? Which position? I'm asking you.
The bottom one.
The bottom one, yeah, exactly. The squat. Why are they more likely to split in the squat position?
Fabric.
Yeah, exactly, because there's more tension. So this is exactly what that tension and that principle is exactly what we want to harness with this. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So if Dean's put this on, some people might watch this and think Dean's put this on loose. He's not going to get anything out of it. But then he went for his first rep and he's almost forced in that stiff leg position. If I'd have told him to get his butt down, he'd have been like, this is uncomfortable. Yeah. So what I want him to do now is actually feel. You did it by default there, right? What you kind of went to on your first one was like more of a stiff leg than your raw.
Yeah, my hips were higher.
Yeah, because they're being forced out with the suit.
Yeah.
Whereas what I want you to do this time is almost go like your raw stance, or if anything, what we want to do when load the suit more, think about the principle with the jeans, is actually sink the hips a little bit more.
Let's use all the fabric of it.
Exactly,
right.
Yeah.
No problem.
So you tell me when you found your raw position. So it'll be interesting putting these videos together and you'll see that it's clear as day. So that's what you do raw.
So that's me there.
Yeah. That looks hot, mate. That looks really good. Nice. Good stuff. Have a little rest. We'll just do doubles. So that looked nice. How did it feel?
It was actually all right.
Yeah.
It's not as constricting as it was the one prior. So.
Yeah. Good. Yeah. That looked good. That looked like you're almost like closer to your raw position, right? So what I noticed if you can picture Dean's deadlift technique where he rolls it in, Dean like kind of rolls it in, drops his hips down, and then his hips come up a little bit as the bar kind of peels off the floor, almost like an Eddie Hall kind of deadlift rolling kind of thing, yeah. Whereas I think that's going to be really useful to do in the suit, because I think you know I don't know if you feel it when you're doing it raw, but you're putting your hip down and then you kind of get pulled up before the bar peels up. Do you understand what I mean?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Whereas what you're going to do in the suit, if you kind of go to that squatty down position, is you're going to be able to get pushed up less because you're relying less on that because basically, you know where your hips are shooting up, where you go like this and then you go, and then your hips are going to the point where there's tension on your hamstrings, yeah?
Yep.
Whereas what we're going to do when we're loading up in the suit is if you can get down here, there's going to be more tension, yeah? So what you might find is the bar peels off the floor earlier than it usually would, yeah? So let's have a little play with it. And what I like to do is I like to do at least 2 with the submaximal stuff. And just think about like any other exercise, right? Use the eccentric, use the way down to kind of guide you and feel like basically I want you to hold the top and then on the way down, just have a feel really sitting back and back behind the bar. And we'll just sit behind the bar that a little bit more, sit those hips a tiny bit lower. You would. Nice. Slow now, and really sit behind the bar as it goes below the knee. That looks nice, mate. That's it. Do one more, and just be a little bit more patient with the position of the floor. Like actually keep the same back angle. Nice. Yeah. Do one more and keep that squeeze through the legs and use that. That's lovely. Yeah? You see how he's maintaining that lower back angle as he comes off the floor? So those last 2, I suspect that if he tried to do those in his row, to be fair, he'd be strong enough to maintain that position in his row, but I think he'd be too tempted to let that, it'd feel like your butt was what he'd shoot up. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Whereas, like, I'm getting you to flirt with that position more in the suit because that's the magic power of it. It's enabling you to do that, yeah? So show you one little drill. So does that feel all right?
Aye. It's actually not as uncomfortable as preempting, so.
Fantastic, and that's like I at least want Dean to, maybe it's too late for his next big comp, but for next season, I want Dean pulling in a suit. You know, you're close to 340 recently, raw.
I've done 340s on under 90.
Yeah, he's done 340 raw. So, you know, like if he's not pulling 800 pounds, like in a suit, you know, he's like basically just do a little. If you did a little skill phase on suit, you'd pull 800 pounds, man. Yeah. And like whether you're a bit of an idealist, like you don't like the idea of suits and stuff, but.
It's just a really silly, biased opinion in it. And
yeah, of course.
So I have to sort of drop the ego and use the equipment that's there because of sport.
That's it. I'd be thinking for like general rule, without getting any stronger, 340 in a suit, be looking at 370, man.
Yeah.